Welcome to the show. This is your host, David Yannis, back here at the ICRS 2014 here in Atlanta, where it all started for me a few years back. And here I am with Miss Angela Hunt. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're going to call her Angie from here on.
Yes, please.
And she's written a book called Passing Strangers. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, then we'll jump into your book.
Okay. I live in Florida.
Okay.
My children are...
What part of Florida? That's not being real specific.
The Tampa Bay area.
Tampa Bay. I've never been to Tampa Bay. I heard it's nice.
Oh, it's, stop at Disney World, go straight west until you hit the ocean.
See, that's the problem. We stop at Disney World.
That is the problem.
And then we don't go any further than that. But,
well, there's a lot of cool Florida out there.
We're going to do that next time when ICRS goes next year back to that way. It'll be in Orlando, so we'll be able to go out there and check it out.
Just drive west.
So you're in Florida, and you got a big family?
I have 2 kids. I have 2 dogs that are 200 pounds each. And
she loves her dogs because she mentioned them with her kids.
I do. Actually, one of my dogs, not one of my present dogs, because the one I'm speaking of is in heaven, doggy heaven, but he was on Regis and Kelly.
It's a great picture.
Oh, thank you.
Regis and Kelly. What was he doing on there?
He weighed 275 pounds, and so he was the second biggest dog in America, according to Regis and Kelly.
I'm sad to say that I'm very close to the weight of your dog. That's big for a dog. What kind of dog is it?
They're Mastiffs. I've always loved Mastiffs.
Mastiffs.
So we have, every time we lose some, we just get some more. So
How long do they live? I don't know.
8 to 10. Not very long.
Oh, wow. That's hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
So tell us about your faith and where you're at in that.
Oh, sure. Well, I became a Christian when I was 6 years old, raised in a Christian home. So for me, growing up was just sort of growing up with Jesus. And went to a Christian college, got married a youth pastor.
Oh, wow.
And after writing for several years, I became convinced my books were getting deeper and deeper and deeper theologically, and I thought, I really need to know what I'm talking about. So I went back to school and got a master's in theology, and then I got a doctorate in theology.
Okay.
And I'm this far away from finishing another one.
That's a lot of study.
Yeah, well, I really wanted to know what I was talking about.
Oh, wow. Well, tell us about your book.
Okay, it's a novel. Okay. It's would probably be women's fiction, although there's a man character. I think a man could read it and not be intimidated.
This isn't your first book, is it?
No, it's like my 130th.
I knew that.
But it's about these people, and they're all running away from problems, and they meet on a train and form sort of a surrogate family to help each other through their problems.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's it.
And so when they go through these problems and stuff, is it Christian-based, everything in it?
Well, no, only one of the characters is a Christian.
Okay.
And the others don't, have a miraculous conversion at the end, but they are more open than they would have been. And the Christian character, even though she's got problems of her own, she does try to point the others to the truth when they're talking about their problems and things.
So how did you get started in writing?
I wanted a job I could do at home when my kids were babies.
Okay.
And thought, writing I can do at home, so yeah.
And you just started writing?
I started writing, but to be fair, I was, I've always loved reading, I've always loved words. I was an English major in college, and so it sort of came naturally, I guess.
Oh, wow. And so was it hard to get your books out there, or when you first started?
Well, I didn't just start off writing books. I took 5 years to learn the craft by writing magazine articles, catalog copy, brochures, business letters. People would pay me to write things, and I'd run to the library and get a book on how to write whatever it was. And after 5 years, I entered a contest for unpublished children's picture book writers, and publication was first prize, and I won. Believe it or not. And so I've been publishing ever since.
Oh, wow. And how many books again?
Like 130, last time I counted.
How do you, I got like 3, and it took me forever.
Well, I have a touch of OCD.
You just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, I can't quit.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So are most of your books novels, nonfiction?
It's about half and half. About a third of them are children's books. About a third are novels for adults. And then there's quite a few that are nonfiction.
Wow, that keeps you pretty busy.
Yeah, it does. But I like it. I'm never bored.
Well, since you've written so many books, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on that, okay?
All right.
Now, what are some advice that you can give those out there that want to write books?
Study the craft. I've actually published 9 little writing lessons They're called Writing Lessons from the Front, and each one is a specific topic, like plotting, putting emotion into your writing, point of view, which is a problem for a lot of beginning novelists, writing historical fiction. Anyway, they're all on the online retailers, Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but they're really pointed to help people over that specific problem in their writing. It's a craft like anything else. You have to study it.
The last question is, how do you keep them encouraged to write?
The mortgage does wonders.
That's a good one.
And it is always helpful when you get letters or emails from readers saying that a book touched their heart or changed their life or something. That's the gravy part. The work part is like anybody else. I go to work for a paycheck every day, but the heart part is what comes in from reader letters and reader comments.
Oh, amen. Well, tell them again how they can get your book and then any information when you give them to contact you.
Oh, sure. AngelaHuntBooks.com is where I live on the internet, and I always love to hear from people.
Well, Angie, thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, and we appreciate your book, and you get Passing Strangers anywhere books are sold, and we'll be back with another great guest.